If you're holding crypto.com's CRO token, then you were probably pretty interested in Kris Marzalek, the CEO of crypto.com's AMA, with a couple answers that he gave to some community questions. But to some, not all the questions were answered. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what he did talk about, what stood out to me, what might not have gotten answered, and how I feel about CRO Coin, the price, and the future for this exchange, and of course the Coin token. If you like the content, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let's get right into it, guys. This is the price of Coin today on a day where Bitcoin is down, trying to come back up a little bit right now. We'll see if Bitcoin breaks below 40,000. Inevitably, Coin will break down as well. Recently, we broke out of this wedge for CRO and actually, seemingly are moving down in a very calculated way. Really the same measurement as the opening of this wedge, something that we saw as an option, which is why I've had this line drawn at about 6.7 cents for a while now. Now, no guarantees that we come down there, but I know some folks out there were hoping to, well, obviously we wanted to break to the upside in this, and we're all hoping for the tokens that we're holding to go up, guys, and I'm very bullish on this project. But a lot of people, I'm sure, were hoping that when CEO of Crypto.com came out today, he would feed us some juicy alpha, something new. Well, I did want to share with you a little bit about some of the things that he said today. One key thing that I was really hoping to see as an announcement regarding the U.S. exchange. So I wanted to share this clip for you that for those of you guys that might not have watched this all the way through, it's about a 60-second clip. I want to talk about it at the end. There's so many great moments in here. I overall did like this AMA today, and I'll make some comments as to some of the other comments that we're actually seeing in this live chat. It's very interesting. Let's watch.
We've been working for years on securing the licenses and launching the product, but we are not live yet, specifically in Asia. So we expect this to conclude soon. But we are quite happy with our geographical footprint as it is today. You may also see new card launches. That may happen. We're going to add more geos in terms of our card product. We also are working on a product that may serve as a very good alternative to a fully blown US exchange in the US for our customers there. But I'm not going to say too much because I'm afraid I'm going to just spill the beans. Some exciting stuff is coming.
Indeed. I didn't think you were going to tease some of that just.
So there you go. The CMO, Steve over here, who's doing all these community questions with Kris Marzalek, giving a big smile on his face. Didn't think you were going to tease some of that. They're talking about a product, an alternative to the U.S. exchange that's on the table here. Something that could potentially satisfy me and you, anybody here in the U.S. that's looking for crypto.com. Also, not just for our personal use, but to just capture more of this market effectively. Cover some of those fees that have been talked about, the pain that the community has been experiencing. This is definitely a very bullish thing for CRO in my mind. If they can tap into this U.S. market with a real exchange, look at the smirk on his face. These guys are smirking right now, teasing it. I don't know when this thing launches, but this is really bullish to me. Now, obviously, guys, we didn't get any price action as a result of that. We're coming up a little bit today, but I mean, it's all on Bitcoin. Let's see what Bitcoin does, folks. But there's so many great things that they did talk about here. About rewards, they talked about the loaded lions and how they're actually taking notes from community members. If you go and you DM Kris Marzalek himself, and I think I say his last name wrong, but you know who I'm talking about, guys. If you DM him yourself, they actually apparently take note of that. Now, I want to comment on some of the negative things that I know people are frustrated with in this community. The fees, I understand that. I think that comes when they launch a better US type exchange. Just the regular exchange. If you go to the international exchange, the fees aren't as bad as they are on the app. I believe that that's something that people still need to do a little more digging on. The other thing that I think people were upset today, which makes no sense to me, is that we need answers on Luna Classic. Is it being delisted? It could be a rumor on Twitter. At this point, I'm so surprised that so many people are so focused on Luna Classic. So many people on Twitter are getting really upset that he didn't say anything about whether they're delisting Luna Classic or not. Frankly, I don't care about Luna Classic at all. The CEO of Luna Classic went to prison, guys. Just remember, Terraform Labs had to replace leadership because Do Kwon was going to jail. I mean, why everybody gets worked up in a comment section about Luna Classic. It's kind of beside the point of the whole thing. So this was some of the negatives that I saw. One of the biggest negative things about this AMA from people were the Luna Classic thing, and then also the fees, which I think that's kind of a matter of understanding. Recently, crypto.com actually launched more options to buy and to actually get a better price. You can do target prices now for even more trading pairs, and I think they're going to continue to make strides in that. They know what they're missing. The other one, too, was customer support, which at one point in his meeting today, he did basically acknowledge that, first of all, they're a lean, mean machine. He used those words, talking about the business and talking very successful business right now. It's going very well. The bull market came sooner than they expected, and it's a lean, mean machine, which means they are going to hire more customer service support when it comes time. But right now they're lean, right? So are you feeling on a customer support front? I think even Kris Marzalek knows that. And some of you guys might say, well, that's a big issue. And I agree with you. It's frustrating when you're trying to get good customer support. But when the bull market comes and when it really counts, they're going to unload, I think, on everything. They're going to make a lot of money and heavily invest in those things to make sure that that boom happens. In this AMA, he also talks about how they want to be the #1 app on the App Store, which I do think that they're going to achieve in these markets. Compared to the competitors, they are way ahead of their competitors on the Apple App Store, on iOS, and on Samsung phones. It's very, very interesting, some of the things that he said. I highly recommend you guys watch it. It was actually very good, very bullish in my mind. And another thing that I saw people frustrated about, that Kris Marzalek didn't come out and say anything about CRO itself. But if you think about it, guys, you shouldn't be upset about that, because you do not want the CEO of the company coming out, and then there's questions about manipulation of price. You don't really want him talking about the coin. The coin should just be bullish for DeFi purposes. Also for the app, you should be bullish because there's a lot of utility because of the app. But you don't really want the CEO of Crypto.com coming out and trying to say any things that could be seen as market manipulation. Remember, guys, this is one of the most regulated exchanges in all of crypto, and that's their mission, to remain that. So it wouldn't be wise for Kris Marzalek to come out in an AMA and talk about this thing that could pump the price of CRO, or say, pump the CRO price, or talk about any of that. You don't want that to happen. I think we just need to take some time and wait for this coin to pump. At some point, guys, right now we're waiting. Institutions are buying into crypto in a big way. The gold ETF, or these Bitcoin ETFs, have surpassed the silver ETFs market, which is incredible. Kris Marzalek also tweeted this out: just wait until everybody who wants to be out of GBTC, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, is out. Right now, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is one of the biggest sellers in this market, and it's not only suppressing the price of Bitcoin, but it's suppressing the price of other things out there like CRO. Not to mention, we are at a very overbought point, so just some natural consolidation is natural. Wouldn't be surprised for some sideways action or further downside. And frankly, and an upward move, guys. Anything's possible with crypto. The key is that you have a long-term vision like Kris Marzalek and the Crypto.com team have. And I think a lot of people get a little short-sighted sometimes. Again, I was looking at some of the comments here on Crypto.com's Twitter under this posted video of the AMA, and a lot of people asking about the Luna Classic. They were complaining that he was sleeping and working out. It's funny. It's just funny to me, and some people are upset. Not a word about CRO, really, guys. I think people get upset on the internet, and that's okay. We're all emotional sometimes, but if you really dig into what was on this AMA, you will see, guys, that this company is confident. They are strategic. They are regulated. They have regulated products approved by the CFTC. They're strategic. They're ready to enter into the Asian market, as you just heard, and they're about to potentially launch a U.S. exchange. Guys, that would be huge. And that's one of the most bullish things in my mind. If they can launch a U.S. exchange, I think it's going to be spectacular. Again, when a good story comes out, it doesn't have to happen. This spectacular thing doesn't have to give spectacular price action right away. The AMA was great. We're not seeing a move up in the price. That doesn't really mean anything, guys. Right now, guys, I am telling you that the potential for CRO to come down to the 6.9 cent level, 6.7 cents, is on the table. But at some point, when Bitcoin rebounds and the overall market cap continues on its way back up and we break previous all-time highs, we will see a CRO coin rally at some point. My prediction for this token is a $2 to $5 CRO. I say it almost on every video because this is something that I believe in, because we look at the valuation of its competitors. Binance is a fantastic example. We look at the trajectory of these markets and these exchanges, and really you can kind of just look at it and see this is a major player. If the CRO coin doesn't do well and the crypto.com exchange does, that wouldn't make a whole lot of sense to me. Let me know your thoughts on this AMA in the comments down below, guys. That is all I got for you in this one. I'm Crypto Kip. This is the Crypto Report. Don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, guys, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe, and DCA, HODL. I'll see you in the next one. Got 2 videos for you right here, guys, if you want to check them out. Peace, y'all.